Hello everyone, welcome to the final 9 of the Idlewild Open presented by Dynamic Disc and the Natty. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Madison Walker. We're the two hot geese.
We are watching Paige Pierce, Paige Shue, Missy Gannon, and Sarah Hokom. I think it was Paige, Sarah, and other Paige came in with a 3-way tie. Paige Pierce able to take it by a stroke for now, but there's been a ton of lead changes. Katrina Allen and Haley King also not very far behind.
There's a lot of stuff that can happen on the back nine, a lot of big numbers that can be taken, and the birdies are well rewarded. Hole 10 starts off a little bit slow for the back nine. It's an uphill 368-foot par 3, kind of a two-shot par 3. Plays a little bit more like 400 feet. There's a lot of trouble you can get in on the right-hand side. Not a lot of routes to the basket if you get pinned over there by kicking off a tree. This green is very steep on your second shot. Definitely some room for rollaways. Most people are going to just throw a hyzer up the gap, try to get it to carry as far as possible, and hopefully finish to the left. It opens up the shot to the green a little bit more over there.
Paige landing a bit short. If you don't get out kind of about halfway down where those trees end, it can make for really tough upshots. Missy gonna have a really difficult time saving her par from there.
Yeah, it's still very far and very uphill.
Sarah with her insanity, throwing the flicks. Good distance. A little more right than you want to be, but not by much.
You can see the line to the basket. There's some narrow gaps she can tweak through, but it is tight over there.
Little Paige struggling a bit today. We'll see if she can clean it up on the back. This is a decent shot.
Lands in almost the exact same spot as Sarah.
Yeah, looks like some weird footing there.
Yeah, there's like a little rain gully that goes through the middle. It definitely makes for some weird stances. It doesn't allow you to get much of a run up.
That was a good shot. 6 inches to the right.
Had some good height on it. Looked like it was going to carry all the way.
Paige going putter. Probably 175 feet left or so.
Oh, that's a pretty looking shot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Love how that fierce carries to the right really slowly. Paige with a little late grunt. But it works.
Skirts through the trees. Sarah showing us that interesting footing. Also parks it.
No birdies on this hole, and in the booth here, we are not surprised by that.
Yeah, it would take a throw-in from... I've never even seen anyone land in circle 2, I don't think.
Yeah, yesterday I think there was only 10 or 12 birdies on the MPO side. Same today. It's just a really tough hole. Missy to save her par.
Was that for her bogey, though?
Was it?
Yeah, because she landed short.
My bad, I missed one. I'm looking at the stats very intensely. Nice par from Paige.
Still a little bit of work left. And yep, that is a double.
Happens so quickly on this hole if you don't get off the tee.
That puts Sarah and Missy tied at second. Paige 3 strokes ahead of both of them.
It's a nice lead to have out here, but definitely not comfortable yet.
Hole 11 is the shortest hole on the course, 192 feet. Just a straight putter shot, forehand or backhand. There's also a backhand hyzer route up to an elevated pin. Everyone is just dying to get this birdie. Or, I mean, you see some ace runs out here, actually, too, which can be really fun.
Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, Paige almost hit the basket yesterday. Let's see if she can track today.
I mean, hit here for charity. She, hit dead center on that target. Wow.
Thank you for your contribution.
This is a matrix.
Hokom riding that left side super tight.
It can be a weird little putt from there. It's short, but it's like straight up.
Yes.
You almost want to throw
scary.
like a turbo.
Hold. Oh. Not a bad kick, though. Kicking left can be death. There is nothing over there. So the backwards kick is A-okay.
Ooh, this is early. Catches that same tree. Luckily, it's pretty easy to par, but it's just disappointing not to give yourself a putt on this one.
You can see how much uphill Paige is looking. It's way up there.
I think she was running that.
I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, she's feeling like there's nothing left to lose. It's time to get some strokes back, time to play aggressive.
Ride or die.
Death putt here, comebacker, and a very scary one.
No problem.
Missy to save her par. A little bit of a tester, a little uphill. No prob. 50% of the field with a birdie.
Look at the height here. Just looks awkward. See? Yeah.
Aww.
Like that wall's kind of
in your way.
In your swing. Mm-hmm. And then you have to put it really like almost nose up. It's strange.
When you're that far below it, it really closes up the landing zone for your putter. Like it's so small. It's so short. Hole 12 is par 4 with a dog leg off the tee. The landing zone is somewhere around this cluster of trees on the right-hand side. If you can get past there, you're doing really good. If you land in the open here, you set yourself up for a big backhand hyzer to the green, hopefully avoiding this V tree. There is no out of bounds you have to worry about on this hole, but you can definitely get a roll away to the left or right-hand side. We're kind of up on a hill here. If you go deep as well, you can roll down towards the next tee pad. A birdie is hard here, really hard. It requires 2 absolutely perfect shots, both of them being pretty good crushes.
I mean, this first one, the smart play is to do what Paige is doing and to throw putter and not bite off too much distance. If you push deep, it's a nightmare. But it's hard. You kind of get greedy and want to end up on the right side, which is why the sidearm is the ideal play. If you push to the right off the tee, it makes your second shot a lot easier.
This looks great. Might be a little bit pinched, but it can get through everything.
And I'd hit that little cluster you mentioned.
Not a bad spot to land, though. As long as she's not tucked behind that tree, she'll be able to get some distance on her second shot.
Paige with a little judge putter shot. Oh, she doesn't get this flipped. Both Paiges struggling on the left side.
Yeah, it's hard over there. I watched someone on my card get there yesterday, and it required just literally a pitch out.
Missy with a aggressive Zeus. It looks like she's going to go outside of the cluster and get way down there.
Wow.
Her aggression paid off. When you think Missy, you think aggression. Missy's like the nicest person in the world.
Not like constant smile. Only aggression.
Yeah, a pretty good pitch out, honestly. She got a little bit of distance into that smaller gap.
This played as the second most difficult hole of the day, and with Paige's lie off the tee, you see world champ throwing a forehand roller, you know it's tough.
Really great out, though.
Mm-hmm. Making the spotters dance.
Man, yeah, that looks like a terrible spot. Her hat came off.
Yeah, it's so thick over there.
Paige needing a heroic effort here to get to the pin.
Going big with the Ballista Pro. Turns it. No, we knew it was going to come back. We've watched her throw that disc a bunch today, but it catches that V tree.
Also, even though I think it would have come back, you have to throw tighter than that on the left side to have it hyzer to get close to the pin. Otherwise, that hill just kind of takes it down towards the right.
Sarah with the forehand roller. She's really good at these. She gets way out in the gap.
Yeah, well done. Just playing for par.
Paige, after her pitch out with her third shot, she's a little pinched deep, forced to take a hyzer and not be as aggressive as maybe she wants. I lied. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's as far as anybody could get.
Oh my, that was such a great shot.
Yeah, that was a tight hyzer line.
But still carried really far straight. I mean, she's got a putt.
This is Missy Gannon's Tour Series Undertaker.
This looks great.
Go buy one now.
That's so good. Sit down.
Unfortunate little roll, but she'll still have a putt for her birdie. This hill just sends frisbees 30 miles an hour down the hill if you don't land quite right.
Yeah, you almost want to do what Paige did here and land. Oh my gosh, I was going to say land open and skip there, but
that sucks. Really bad break.
That does suck.
It was a good shot.
And where she rolled to, it's so hard to get up and down. There's so many guardian trees on the green.
Sarah with her third. Wow, nice little floaty backhand.
Dude, upshot highlight reel, Sarah Hokom. We need it.
Let's make it happen. This would be an insane par save.
Ooh, she wanted it.
Man.
And she sent it.
This would be an insane bogey save. Man, yeah, she sent it really far. That hillside is steeper than it looks. And like you said, just too many trees on that side of the green.
She knew out of her hand.
I thought it was pretty good.
Me too. I thought that was possibly in.
I guess she knows herself pretty well. That
Spent some time practice putting. Missy, after that unfortunate roll away, left with a real strange hyzer putt.
Yeah, she'll have to settle for a par, but there can't have been too many birdies on the day here.
There was none.
Yeah.
That is not surprising. I mean, it really does require 2 perfect shots.
And no rollaways after the perfect shot.
And no bad luck. Yeah, par feels good on this hole.
God, she parked it too. Like Missy absolutely parked the hole.
2 relatively perfect shots.
Sarah with a nice clean par. Little Paige just trucking along.
Smiling even after a triple. That is admirable.
Yeah, her attitude looks amazing.
We need
I'm impressed.
Paige Shue attitude highlight reel. Hole 13, the infamous Y hole. I hate this hole. It's not that it's a bad hole. It just you can get in so much trouble off the tee. You want to get through this Y. There's an out of bounds creek underneath it if you kick downwards. But if you get through here and get a nice hyzer angle on your disc, you can skip down and give yourself even a putt for eagle. It happens out here. The out of bounds on the green is on each side. It goes up over the hill. It's not just the tiny AstroTurf area, but there is an out of bounds moat right in front of it that definitely comes into play on your upshot.
This is an insanity. Sarah's been throwing the shot really well. She does end up high right on the hill every time, which is fine. But the backhand can definitely, like you said, get you farther down for a better look at birdie. This still leaves a tricky upshot for Sarah.
Yeah, there's not necessarily one designated fairway. There's a bunch of small gaps. You kind of have to pick your poison.
The rasher, and it needs to flip a little bit more. Just a little bit. That's...
Does it get through everything?
Inbounds.
Somehow.
Wow.
Finds a way.
A good break. Way too tight. Oh, good kick though.
Similar issue here. Love that. That tree usually eats disc and just
Oh my
spits them
God.
into the out of bounds creek.
Chews them out. It's funny to hear people talk to themselves when they mess up. No, Paigey. Oh, no. I don't know what happened.
It's still flying. Oh.
Oh, it's out. Yeah, there's that creek that runs through.
So once you take your disc from out of bounds, you're allowed to take relief away from the basket in line as far as you want. See Paige maybe doing a little bit of that here.
This looks excellent. Yeah.
Yay!
Just outside the circle to save her par. Hard to do from all the way back there.
And doesn't have to worry about a death putt. She's got all safety behind the basket.
Paige choosing to lay up short, it looked like, but catches a tree. Sarah also choosing to trust her putt rather than push that small green.
Upshot highlight reel. That is such a hard shot. And she lays it up there right 2 feet within the out of bounds.
Yeah, she's the best at making it look clean and easy. Ooh. I think she was going for it and just pulled it a little bit.
That was a tight gap to hit.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Likely giving this a run since she has the backboard. Would be good par. Especially considering her and Missy's tee shots were
Shanks.
lucky to stay in bounds. They were both close. They just needed to flip.
Nice little soft bid from Missy.
Do it, Paige.
Come on. This played as one of the top 5 most difficult holes of the day. Only 17% of the field with a birdie. That's only 6.
Birdie, birdie, birdie. Yes.
Yes! And we get to watch one of them.
All right. Puts her 1 stroke behind Paige. Wow, she played this hole so well. The trust to throw the sidearm, leaving yourself a tougher upshot, and then to throw the shorter upshot, leaving yourself a tougher putt. Like, what trust?
Yeah, it takes such dedication to your game plan to not be super hyper aggressive around the screen and just try to crash one into the hill. I really admire Sarah's navigation of the hole.
Quick leaderboard check-in here. We see Haley King and Katrina Allen still shooting hot. Owen Scoggins and Rebecca Cox right behind them, but the leader's really starting to pull away. Haley's right there. Katrina could maybe do something, but I think what we're watching is gonna have the champion of the card, of the entire tournament. Sorry.
I agree. Moving on to hole 14.
Yeah, it's a par 4, 556 feet. Tiny gap off the tee. Sidearm is a great play, but you will see some backhands. It curves pretty sharply to the right here, and then once you land here, there's not like a defined fairway similar to the last hole. You just have to pick your gap, throw over this creek, and try to land on the green. We did see Missy throw in for an awesome eagle yesterday. Actually, sorry, that wasn't on the coverage, but go watch it. It was really, really cool. You got to see it in person. So scores, you can definitely birdie. I guess you can definitely eagle.
It's out there. Hokom hits the gap, but fades a little bit earlier than she wants. Catches an early tree, but it's not terrible over there. She'll definitely.
She'll be able to scramble.
Yeah, she'll probably have to settle for par though. I think birdie may be out of the equation.
I think it's okay. I think it's pretty good. That's like, isn't that similar to where she threw it in?
Almost the exact same spot. She might be a little higher up on the hill. Back-to-back top 5 difficulty holes. Hole 14 plays as the 3rd most difficult.
Paige with her fierce.
Out of her hand. I love it.
You gotta celebrate the little things.
Like she's barely even let go of it before she's either celebrating or lamenting her shots.
Yeah, she did catch a tree. The backhand's just a little bit harder, a little bit tighter than the forehand angle. Paige getting through and drifting nicely.
She's putting a lot of height on her shots today, which is absolutely terrifying at Idlewild because the higher you are when you hit a tree, the farther you go.
Physics, man. This,
She's still playing pretty aggressive on that shot, throwing it pretty hard. I wonder if she was trying to
at least get close, maybe short side of the moat for a long putt. Yet another forehand, and this one was very smooth. Good distance.
Great.
Yeah. Gives herself a putt for birdie.
Good job.
Short side of the moat. I don't know why I love that. Even though Paige...
Just like talking about moats.
Even though Paige hits the gap, she gets a pretty gnarly kick, and she'll be on the right side hugging, but, man, she makes this up shot look so easy.
Yeah, she hugged the right side of that tree line the whole way.
That is not an easy shot, especially with the patent pending stance. It's so hard to hit gaps when you're in that awkward stance, but...
You think she's trying to throw it in right now? I don't know.
Back-to-back eagles.
Oh, it's fine.
She's definitely thinking about it.
Oh, this is worse than I thought. One tiny little gap. Get up.
Oh my gosh.
God, that was...
If Sarah
So
errors, it's going to be
close.
literally just an inch off. I mean, that was a great shot. She made it through a tough gap, just a tiny bit low.
Wow. That was for birdie?
After the most difficult second shot.
Also for birdie?
Oh!
Also for birdie?
There were only 2 birdies on the day.
Great putt. And she's just going to be one stroke off Paige now.
The other one goes to Alexis Mandujano. Let's watch this GK replay. Standstill putt, no big deal. Right into the heart. She's like, I got an eagle yesterday.
So
This'll
disappointing.
do.
Bogey save. I was wondering if it looked like it did kind of cross and then slide back down. So unfortunate she's not able to convert there.
This course really just demands perfection.
Yeah.
It feels like, 1 inch can, like you just saw with Sarah,
It's
so
like
quickly.
3 strokes.
Yeah.
Because of 1 inch. Yeah, the double bogey, she's going to be 3 strokes behind Paige.
Rare from Sarah.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I know where I want to land. I know the distance to the basket from those positions. I think I'm going to land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. I know how far I am. I know the height now. Having the Bushnell Range Finder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
In this game, preparation is everything. It gives you that edge to become something from nothing. Success is not by accident. Because you know, the course plays no favorites. You know what it takes to be the best. In this game, detail matters. Idio Sports.
Hole 15 is a par 4, 387 feet, plays a lot longer because it's very sharply uphill. Straight shot off the tee, trying to land in this grassy patch right here, leaving yourself a forehand or a backhand anhyzer to the pin. Definitely birdieable, yet another new tee placement for the FPO, which really brings birdie into play for us.
Yeah, it's nice to see this hole and see a glimpse of blue on the scorecard. Possibly it's within reach.
Glimpse of hope.
It's especially after the two of the hardest holes on the course back to back. This uphill tee shot, though, is difficult. You have to avoid those trees because if you kick right or left, you will have a lot of trouble, and it will even be difficult to save your par from there. Missy gets way down there.
Yeah, perfect shot. A little bit too turned, but a good kick.
Yeah, that right side is so hard.
Yeah, you're forced to pitch out. If you make an error, if you're on the left, it's a little bit easier to at least get to the gap and make your par easy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this course just magnifies mistakes.
That's going to be so hard to get out of there.
Mm-hmm. Instead of just one stroke, it like we saw with Sarah, it'll just turn it into 2 or 3 or more strokes.
Sarah will be hugged up against that stump, but she will still be set up to possibly get her sidearm down to the green for birdie.
A pretty good out from there. All crouched.
She's still on the hill, so not able to get a ton of power from a standstill.
Gets up to the gap pretty well, though, and should have a decent third shot. Or fourth shot.
Yeah, she'll be able to save a bogey from there.
Paige going backhand. I'm sure she's attacking here, but
Real
yeah,
awkward
yanks
uphill
it.
run up.
Very difficult to get the angle right when you have to run uphill.
Yeah, it's so easy to get your timing off when your foot hits a little bit earlier than it's used to.
Missy with a standstill sidearm. Just pulls it a little bit. Sarah, I'm sure looking to close the gap now that she knows the two in front of her are going to get a par at best.
She takes the aggressive line.
Yeah.
It's way down there.
Great shot. Good recovery.
Thankfully, with this green, there's not a lot of trouble you can get into. There is some shul right around circle's edge, but mostly just a bunch of guardian trees. No death putt, not really steeply sloping. You don't super have to worry about rollaways unless you leave it short.
Missy leaving herself a circle's edge putt, which is like the easiest thing in the world for her.
Ooh.
Wow, great angle.
This is perfectly in the shot. There's nothing I can do about it.
Paige looking to save a par from here.
She has a pretty big gap.
Oh. All the chains, but doesn't quite grab the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, just a little bit on the left side. Paige to save her par. No. Same thing. Wow, that'll tighten things up again.
Yeah, this hole does not feel good to bogey.
Man, especially if Sarah can birdie this.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, little left side. Find the heart, Sarah. Yeah, awesome.
Great birdie. Especially bouncing back after that double bogey. She does not go on tilt. She comes back stronger than ever.
Yep, so Sarah and Missy once again tied. Once again, just one stroke behind Paige.
Exciting. We will also be leaving the woods temporarily, heading to hole 16. It's more wide open, a lot more room to open up, but there is a ton of OB all the way down the right and left side. Most people you'll see throw their drive up on top of this hill right here. Your second shot, you want to land somewhere around that big bush on the right-hand side, lining yourself up to hopefully be able to see the basket in the green. You have to make a decision here, though, if you want to be aggressive and try to shoot all the way for the green, or if you want to lay up and give yourself a little bit of a longer putt just before this moat. This green is out of bounds. There is no safety on the back of the hill. What you see in the AstroTurf is what you get.
We saw Paige yesterday go massive tee shot, then take a hyzer all the way out of bounds to give herself an eagle look. So we'll see I assume she'll be going aggressive again.
Hokom throwing up to the top of the hill just like we thought. There was a little bit of wind when my card came through. You can see the trees rustling around. It was a left to right crosswind. You can see Missy's just holding down that right hand side, but no problem coming back inbounds.
Yeah, we're seeing, a little bit of conservative tee shots. When you're elevated on the hill, if you get too crazy, you can find out of bounds and make the hole really hard for yourself. Wow.
Paige going big.
Huge.
She always feels very comfortable with her distance drivers. She'll be able to
450.
Yeah, she'll be able to crest the hill on her second shot, which is insane. Paige also going big.
Yeah, this looks great.
Really trusting those Ballista Pros that she loves so much.
This is the same trace she just threw. We saw her play for par the first couple days. I'm curious if she'll get more aggressive on her third shot today. It seems like she's sticking to her game plan so far.
Yeah, that's worked for her up until this point. I would not be surprised if she's going short of the moat on shot 3.
Yeah. Missy, on the other side of that hill, which is inside the 400-foot line to the pin, there's a little white sign you see there. Ooh.
Wow.
Big. It needs to just sit and not fade too much, but yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
She should be able to see the pin.
Zach does not believe this.
Let's see if Paige goes big hyzer again. She's going more of an anhyzer. Massive shot.
She's going for the flat, it looks like. That's good, I guess.
Yeah, another eagle look.
Not only is she cresting the hill, but she found the base. Sarah looking for that to carry a little more left before it fades out. She barely gets over the OB. It wraps out a little bit out from where the bushes end at the bottom of the hill. She is barely safe.
Missy with her signature Undertaker.
Going for the green? Oh, okay.
Horrible
man.
break. I feel like if she was going for the green, she'd go like higher speed disc.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to land short and maybe just give herself a putt.
I mean, that was such a perfect shot.
Man, yeah, terrible break, especially coming down the stretch here with Paige looking at eagle. Only a couple holes left. Ooh!
Yeah. She on the green for birdie.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Still, the screen is mean. It is a death putt. Yes.
Yep. Sarah parked for her par.
Her dedication to the game plan is admirable. Paige for eagle.
Oh, come on. So she wanted it. Man, she was right there both days.
What a great bid. Paige with kind of a death putt, giving it, oh, I wanted that to go in. Just barely an inch short. Missy for her birdie.
Well, she went OB.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a par save.
Nice. Even more impressive. There was only 3 birdies on the day. We got to watch one of them. Nice easy birdie from Paige. Also, Ratana Meekum and Hot Goose on the birdie list.
It was me.
Way to go, Erika.
Honk.
That's a big birdie. That feels good. Par also feels great on this hole. It's really far. It's really tight, but not as tight as hole 17.
Oh, so tight. Hole 17 is 287 feet, snaking OB creek the entire way. Very straight shot. You can throw straight backhand. We saw Paige Shue yesterday throw a flexing maverick shot that hit cage for ace. There is a $1,000 ace bounty on this hole. Sidearm is a really good play as well, because you can kind of bail out to the right a little bit before the pin and leave yourself a little short of the moat and give yourself a putt.
I think the best play here, though, is the aggressive play.
Yeah, because even if you're trying to lay up, you could miss. What?
Oh, my God. She takes the yellow brick road right to the green.
She shakes her head. She definitely released early and had a lot of speed on it. This disc doesn't usually turn quite this much, at least that we've seen today. But, like, she just rides this bridge in.
Okay, Tony Hawk.
50-50 grind. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of pressure on the rest of the card here now that she's parked for birdie. I mean, Sarah and Missy are 2 strokes behind with 2 holes to go. Like,
Sarah takes I mean, I know it looks like a shank, but it is safer over there. And if you're going to error, that's the side you want to error on with a sidearm. There's lots of bushes to grab you and not bounce you back into the out of bounds.
Oh. Man, door's kind of closing. Maybe just a crack open still?
She's going to have a tough up and down from there. I mean, where she hit the wall, so where she last crossed is even further away from the basket than where she landed.
Oh, man. Also out of bounds. Dang. Yeah, this hole has some teeth. They are sharp.
Looks like she's choosing the same disc. Oh, I really like the play of just like crashing in there as far as you can, though, and just hopefully crossing over the green.
Exactly. If you can cross over the green, it's basically a tap-in. Missy giving that a good effort, and honestly really good footwork to not break an ankle right there.
And she almost hits the basket.
Yeah.
Sarah in kind of no man's land, but at least it's safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's thorny over there. Like, it's awful.
Oh, dang. She was forced to pitch out.
Uh-huh.
She'll have a super death putt from outside the circle. Not a fun leave. Oh. Oh. That was so pretty. Such a great bid.
Wow, at this point, Paige would have to really mess up the last hole to lose it.
It could happen on 18. That hole is so hard.
It can, but she could also go like conservative putter or just play for par kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. Like this hole, I think 17 probably just won her the tournament.
Yeah. There was only 6 birdies on the day. I mean, it's not an easy hole to get, and being absolutely parked when you're top of the tee box list is
massive pressure on everybody else.
Yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out for hole 18. I played with Natalie Ryan, who eagled it 2 days in a row. I got to watch it yesterday.
Holy cow.
It was awesome.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. I mean, she would have to throw a distance driver off the tee, which you guys can see in this fairway is terrifying. You have to go up over the hill and carry down. You do not want to be on the right-hand side. Hopefully giving yourself a look to shoot through this gap and give yourself an up and down for a birdie. Eagle is... I feel like eagles would have to be throw-ins.
It was insane. She threw to the end of the tunnel on her first shot. It was a little left side, and then threw a flexing forehand inside the circle and made like a 25-footer.
That's amazing.
It was so cool.
I don't know if we'll see any of the lead card ladies going that hard off the tee. Most people play conservative on their first shot.
Yeah, very smooth here. And the second shot's a little bit easier to be aggressive, I think.
Yeah, it's also, I think it's a little bit scarier because the trees kind of crouch in at the top of the fairway, so there's not as much airspace. You have to keep it low while also trying to push deep.
Sarah with a rare backhand tee shot, this hole not shaping up well for her forehand, and just getting to the top of the hill is fine. This looks a little bit more aggressive. This is a thrasher where Paige threw her putter.
She knows she needs to pick up strokes here if she wants to win it, and Missy always has winning on her mind.
Yeah, she'll be in scramble mode.
For as like friendly and cheerful as she is on the course, she is a fierce competitor.
This looks like that Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got
Left
that thing
side's
dialed.
definitely better than right. It has more gaps, and you can throw a hyzer out the tunnel. I think it's okay.
Anything not more than 4 feet into the woods on either side is wonderful. Even if your footing's terrible, even if you're pinched up against a tree, like you're just thanking the Lord.
Missy, unable to turn it enough. She's still not that far on the edge, but... Oh.
Paige with the patent pending. We saw her pipe one with that stance earlier. Not far off here.
Piped
Looks
a patent pending.
Yep. And Peter Pepper.
I know, yeah. That's where I was going.
Paige gets out the gap on her second shot. That feels so good on this hole.
It'd be cool if she could wrap it up with a birdie. That's always a good feeling. Oh, full commitment. Sidearms are a really great way to try to get underneath these two trees.
She's just outside the circle, but, I mean, for a standstill sidearm, that was some great power.
Hopefully she doesn't have too many of those branches in the way and can give herself a good run for birdie here. Oh, Missy with a nice line to the basket.
Gets the rare skip on this thick grass, giving herself a long putt, but we know she's got that in her bag.
Paige is third. She'll have to throw an Anheuser.
Gets tangled up in those thick cedar trees.
One little branch to contend with here. A nice, pretty straight shot. Yeah.
Flash in the pan for eagle.
Sarah not left with the best look, but great effort.
Full commitment. I know she wanted this one. Idlewild is a great beast for the sidearm. So close.
And yeah, Paige will be your champion. We do have one exciting putt left because this would be for solo second place if she makes it.
Just outside the circle.
Oh, yeah.
What a great birdie finish.
Yeah, let's see that again.
She knows.
Yeah. Her second place finish in a row, and Sarah's third place finish in a row. It's same exact top three as last weekend.
Yep. And this is in a field that is just getting better and better and better. I mean, anyone in the top 15 could have won this event this weekend with the skill set that they have. So it feels good to come out on top week after week.
Yeah, what a great battle. Congratulations, Paige.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Idlewild Open champion, Paige Pierce.
Paige, you've taken this one down 4 times in the last 5 years. What does that say about you and your comfortability with this course?
I think it's just, I have fun out here. I really, really love this course. It's my second favorite course in the world, and you know, every time I play it, it's growing more and more on me, especially with all the work they're doing out here. So yeah, I think it's a great mixture of holes, and the added element of like risk reward on the greens are so appealing to me. So I really enjoy the challenge, and so I think that's, yeah, I like to be challenged as a human being. So when I come to a course like this, it fuels me.
6 holes ago, you were much more challenged. Everything was very, very close, and then you put on the afterburners for the last few holes, coming down with birdies on 16, 17, and then lining yourself up here to finish strong. What is it about these last few holes and knowing how important they were to close this out?
Yeah, honestly, like history based, I played the last few holes well, except for yesterday. But it's that middle stretch there, like 12 through 15, that kind of has my number. So I told myself, stay calm. If you bogey a few of those holes, it's okay. You play the rest of the course really well. And it's funny, I played with Hokom on an earlier round, and we were talking about hole 17, the new change to it, how it's aceable, how it's attackable hole 3, par 3. And we were talking about, come final round, are you still going to try to ace it? And we were sharing our strategies, and turns out it was me and also Missy, but me and Hokom coming down the stretch, standing there like doing what we just talked about. So yeah, I feel like I got pretty lucky there on 17, but yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That was a crazy situation.
You said in the press conference that we need to hold you to it, that you were going for 17 all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Looks like that paid off for you.
Yeah, it paid off for me. The first round I almost aced it, got the circle 3, and then got the circle 3 round 2 as well, and then today got on the island.
This is back-to-back Elite Series wins. Last weekend you won in deciding factor. You had 11 strokes. Of course, a little bit closer this week, but what does that say about you, your game, and how you're feeling right now to come with these back-to-back wins?
Yeah, I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling, like I keep talking about this, but I really didn't touch a disc after Worlds for a couple weeks. I was just like a Worlds hangover kind of thing. And, I'm finding, especially when I come to a course that I love like this, that I want to go practice. I show up and I'm camping on hole 3 and I'm like, okay, let's go play. So I think I feel passionate about the sport again right now. And I'm sad that I lost that passion for a couple weeks. I wish I could have given Kristen a little bit more of a run when she was here.
Well, next weekend we're going to have a Silver Series, and we jump into a few more Elite Series with the NT and everything else. What are your plans for the next week or two?
I'm actually leaving right now. Gonna skip dinner even. I packed before this round so I could head to Peoria. I got a flight out of there to get to M Worlds. We're releasing a limited edition disc there, and going to be at M Worlds for 2 days, and then my whole tour family, we're all doing a music festival next weekend since there's an off week. So.
All right, you had some other big news today. Close us out with that. I think there was a release of some other stuff. Close us out and say any thanks that you need to put out there for your sponsors.
I just want to give a huge shout out to Grip. We have been working on these signature bags for a long time now, and it's something where it almost feels too good to be true. They've made a Paul Macbeth bag, an Eagle McMahon bag, Simon Lizotte bag, but for me, they made an entire line. So that just goes to show you they're really supporting women and women in sports, and they are, committed to our partnership. So I couldn't be more happy with who I've aligned myself with. Discraft as well, we're releasing a bag next week. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that yet, but I wore it yesterday. So I'm just seriously in a great spot in life, and I think it's so much easier to play well when you're not worried about other things.
The hard work is clearly paying off. You're the 4-time Idlewild champion. Again, Paige Pierce, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Paige, super dominant at this event, and this year, I think that's her 5th Pro Tour win of the year. Missy Gannon, Sarah Hokom playing really strong as well, and it was really nice to see Paige Shue out and about, still smiling all day today.
Yeah, and like Paige said, it's easier to play on tour when you feel supported. So go out there and support your FPO players on tour, even the ones not on the lead card every weekend. They're out there grinding, they're out there doing their thing, and check out this leaderboard. It's a whole list of women that have discs available, and go check them out. Go buy them.
And Katrina, just congrats on that hot round today. 3 under is an amazing score out there.
Definitely. Everyone else hovering around par, maybe a little bit over. This course has teeth. It can eat anybody at any time, like we've talked about. We hope you guys enjoyed the final round. We were pretty excited to watch it. We are the 2 Hot Geese. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
Honk. Big thanks again to GK Pro for the super awesome footage. We love working with you guys every week. Y'all go like and subscribe their YouTube channel.
Yep, we'll see you at the next one.